Okay. Well, haven't gotten my invitation to my channel yet to click on, but I assume it's going to come. Oh, I can see a little light lighting up. So you have the microphone. That's lovely. It's not the one I wanted to use, the lapel mic, but that's okay as long as you can hear me. Let's try not to mess this up again, shall we? Okay. So here I am, and I have to organize my brushes and organize my crafting stash, and I figured why not do it with other people. So if this is your first time here on my channel, my name is Tracy. I'm a Christian, my life, and that is also mimicked in my social media. I'm not an overly political person. However, I am a very anti-evil person. So yeah, there's that. If there happens to be evil in our political world, then I will talk about it. Other than that, I think I'm okay. Okay, so what I wanted to do today, I figured would be super fun, is share with you my stash. And now my dog wants to come in my craft room. Uh, Another part of me that I don't like to talk about very much, it's not because I deny it, it's just I don't find it to be something that would give people encouragement, is that I have a disease called multiple sclerosis, blah, 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 blah. And it doesn't encourage people, makes people feel bad. And I don't want to do that. So I don't talk about it very often. What do you want? You coming in? Okay, go lay down then. Come on. Actually, I started a whole channel separate from my Born Again Farm Girl to talk about MS, and I ended up not talking about it at all because I thought that it would upset people. I know it sounds weird. Okay, I haven't gotten a notification for my live yet, so I can only guess that neither has other people. It says I'm live, but I don't necessarily see anyone. So I'm going to go to my channel. Oh, so I am live. Okay. Oh, so I am live. Okay. Audio. Oh, so I am live. Okay. Audio. Oh, so I am live. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to make an attempt to start this over again. Hello. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to put my webcam back. And we have to say hello and thank you very much for being here. I'm grateful that you're here and you are taking time out of your day to be here on my live stream. I thought it would be super fun if I were to share with you what I have to go through, and that is organize my paintbrushes and my watercolor paints. Now, before I show you this stuff, I don't really like to do this. I'm not a fan of people who do, like massive haul videos or reveal videos. I don't like doing them because I don't necessarily find it wonderful for me to watch them, because it just makes me watch them and think. Now, I look at what my stuff I have and I think I don't have as much as the other person, and I don't want to make someone feel that way. So, but this is different. This is me sharing with you what I have to do, and we're spending time together, so that's different. I've been wanting to live stream more. I don't really know of a regular time. So if you see this later or you come back and you see this and you're able to let me know what's a good time to live stream for my channel for you, that would be extremely helpful. This is actually a pretty good time for me, right around 7 o'clock. I would have started at 7 o'clock if I wouldn't have screwed up the first stream, but bygones. 7 o'clock is a pretty good time for me because my chores with the animals are done, my ducks and my chickens are locked in, so I'm pretty much free until about 10 o'clock, and that's when I usually take my dog out, and I'm done. Actually, if I'm gonna be honest, it's really more like 8:30 or 9, but that's just because 'cause I'm older. So, okay. I would just like to say I have a shout out for channel Nona Grace. Nona Grace and Jim are so loyal to their time of doing their upload. And I know that that has something to do with my channel's growth. So I'm going to try to be more disciplined about that. That's why I'm asking you about what time you think it would be good for me to upload my videos or live stream. And that's basically, I need your input. I also would like to say thank you very much because I now have 955 subscribers, which is really close to 1,000, which is wonderful. I would like to grow some more because I'd like to reach out a little bit more, be a little bit more effective in this community. There's a lot of negativity on social media, and I don't want to. I want to counter that. I want to be a wholesome channel, a channel that's not going to. You're not going to have to turn me off when your child comes into the room. You're not going to have to mute me or worry about if your child sits down next to you, are they going to hear something that they shouldn't? Because I won't cuss. And I'm not a vulgar person. I'm a born again Christian. So I want this to be a wholesome channel, a channel based on arts and crafts and such like that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this webcam to my Archon mount so you can see down here because I have to start organizing my brushes and my paints, and I think it would be better if you could see down instead of me holding up every single one and trying to make it so that, it focus and everything like that. So, if you're just now coming on or you're watching this in the rebroadcast and not live, I want you to look away because I'm about to take this webcam and I don't want to make you throw up. So it's going to get a little whoopee wowie. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Little shove. Okay. I kind of have a thing for straight lines too. I think I have a few things. I have a few issues. I think I have a few hangups that I didn't know I had. So, okay, that looks crooked. And that's going to bother me. And I'm not sure why it's crooked, but I can't actually look down unless I. Oy. Oh, fun fact about multiple sclerosis I actually see things crooked. Not because my eyes are seeing things actually crooked, but because my brain confuses the image that comes into my mind and shows my brain that it's crooked when it's really not. So, okay. I don't like to talk about MS. MS is not the center of me. Okay. Okay. So here we are. I just got a comment on YouTube Studio, so I kind of like to look at it to see if I need to answer them, but they're not here. They were on another channel or at my other live stream. So I think I'm going to just let it go. Let's just let it go. We're letting it go. Okay, so what you have here is you have my one drawer that needs to be organized. And I've got numerous makes of brushes here. So let me just take this out of the way. I'm going to put this over here. The dog is going to think that it's going to fall on her, but it's not going to. So let's start in reverse. This is going to fall because I'm Tracy and things fall down on me. So this is my brush holder. This is what I use on my large island. I use this as the ones that I'm using currently, but it's not turned out to be that way. What's happening is it's become a catch-all, and I don't want that. I want it to be neat. I need order. If I don't have order, then my MS just runs away with everything and I end up not being productive. So that's why I'm here on this live stream. I'm trying to organize my brushes and be able to be visible, be able to share the content and some of the things that might come across my mind to be able to show you. And if something comes to my mind or someone comments, that would be helpful. Recently with my MS, I've had problems with communicating, which is really weird because all I do is talk. Let me get this wire out of the way. That's better. So people, when they give me prompts, I tend to talk more. Or no, when people give me prompts to talk about, they lead me in the direction to communicate. So that makes it easier for me. I did just move my mat to try to make it a more space. I have been painting, and I'm also going to start selling my paintings. I am retired and I am on federal disability. That's the kind of disability that you have to work for a long time and collect a bunch of hours, and then they will give you disability if you can't work anymore. So that's the kind of disability that I have. I did have Arkansas Woodcrafter on here before with the other stream, but I don't see him now. I don't blame him. It's a mess. So these comments must have been old. Whatever you did when you said, "Let me fix my microphone," was when it went silent. And that comes from the Tinkerer's Wife. And the Tinkerer's Wife is a genius. And you're definitely right, because I did a boo-boo. But now I'm back and I've restarted. And now I have my audio. I can see my little lights lighting up at the bottom, which is good. I wanted to use a lapel mic, and it's not working well with my MacBook Pro. This is the MacBook Pro, by the way, that has very little ports and doesn't have a whole lot of access for my multimedia type dooley-dads. So yeah. Okay, so where do I start? I'm just going to start taking my brushes out because that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to just sit here and wait for someone to talk to me. I actually have work to do, and I'm just going to do it. Okay, so this is just a regular paintbrush, and this is used for making speckles on your paintings. Although I must say that I get confused by which way I'm supposed to flick. Am I supposed to flick this way, or am I supposed to flick this way? And that usually just makes a mess. So I don't know why I have two, but I do. So they're going to go in here because they're considered a tool. Oh, wait, tools go down here. What's that? Okay. Still don't see anyone on right now, and that's okay. I'm just going to keep going. So these brushes were recommended to me by Jolly Poa, I believe her name is. She's an Instagram artist, and they make very interesting effects. So you know you had to buy them. It's just how it goes. See, this is the kind of catch-all that I'm talking about. I don't know if you, of course you do, you're human. Catch-alls happen everywhere. What is down there? Just a minute. We have a situation. What? There's a brush down here. Oh, no. Please don't be harmed permanently. Oh, no. It's a 3/4 inch oval. No, that's not going to work. No, we need to fix you. Oh, my gosh. Oh, we need to hope that this comes back. Oh, you look really smashed. Oh, boy. This is going to need some healing. I may have just ruined a brush. I didn't even know it was down there. So in case you didn't know, if you have a paintbrush that loses its shape, you can bring it back to life by getting it wet and kind of caressing it and maybe praying a little, and it should come back. And there's also a soap. Let me go get that soap because now I need the soap. That is by the way, that's a silver black velvet brush oval, 3/4 inch. Yeah, that's not good. karate. Okay, so this is an opportunity. This would be kind of like a prompt. This is guidance on where to go. Okay. I know that there's a 30-second delay, so I just have to be patient and just move along. So this soap is by the Masters right here, and this helps you keep your brushes clean and also in shape. There's another thing I also have, but this works also. Just put some soap on a moist brush like so. And this almost works like a hair gel, really. And it really helps the memory of your brush come back. Wow. Okay, it looks like we're going to be okay. That was really upsetting. You forget, when you have too many brushes, you forget what you have. And I didn't even know I had this one. Look at that. So now since the soap, the gelatin, the medium, whatever you want to call it, is now in the brush, it will help it regain its memory and come back to the shape that it needed to be. So I think we're okay now. Whew, that was a close one. Okay, so yeah, the Masters soap. Good stuff. So I have a lot of black velvet. And here, back to the catch-all. Oh, this stuff really just spazzes me out completely. If I haven't mentioned it enough, my disability is not happy when I have too many things in front of me. It gets all confused. So how are you doing today? What a mess I am. And I'm not embarrassed, and it's not that I necessarily feel bad. I'm just being honest. This is me. I am a mess. My name is Tracy. I have a brain disorder. I've got a bunch of scars and dead tissue in my brain that makes me think all messed up. So, yeah, so there's that. Okay, so this is what's called, they don't even call, a Filbert. Now, I've recently just come into using a Filbert because I'm taking a Skillshare class by Peggy Dean. I really love Peggy Dean. She is an outstanding natural artist. And when I say natural, maybe I'm saying organic. She's got a lot of naturally artistic flow to her. And I've learned a lot from her. And so I'm taking this class with her. And I think it's called Vintage Watercolor Flowers. And she was using a Filbert brush. And, I'm embarrassed to say I know I own them, but I've never used them. And she had this one flower in that Skillshare class, and it's a buttercup. And I did that painting, and it just really blew my mind. I really enjoyed using it. So, yeah, that's the Filbert brush. So, I had to order more because that's just what we do. Okay, so this is a round, number 8. So this brush looks like it's got some wear on it. It's not new, and that's okay. I like to keep those kinds of brushes because when you're mixing a big palette of paint, you're going to want a brush that's got a little more wear on it. Okay, this is a 3/4 flat. And these are not expensive brushes also. You can buy probably this on eBay or in Walmart or something. This is by Plaid, the company Plaid. So these are actually pretty easy to come by. It's the ones I'll be the first one to admit that when you start being creative, when you start getting into arts and crafts and any kind of craft really, but mostly in drawing, coloring, or painting, you're always going to be told, don't buy every color. They're always going to tell you, don't buy every brush. And of course we do. Why do we? I think it's because we just want everything that we see. And that's not something to be proud of, but that does seem to be a human trait. Okay, it looks like this is a 1/2 inch Filbert. But one thing I don't like about this one, and this is a sapphire, it's by Robert Simmons. I think I prefer the shorter Filbert. It gives it, I like the petals that I got with this shorter Filbert. So I really like this one better than this one. I used this one, but they didn't come out as nice. This one, from the ferrule to the tip, looks like it would be pretty good shape, but it's very tiny. So this one's still going to be my favorite. I don't even think I used this, so I might not even leave this in here. I'm not sure. Now, this is a number 4. This is a Nova, a Da Vinci, and this is very, very highly recommended. This is a more expensive brush. And then I have my 3.0 Da Vinci, another Nova synthetic series, and a number 2 Nova synthetic series. These are all Da Vinci, and they're very highly recommended. I think I got these for one of the Skillshare classes that I was taking. Now, this one here, this Gumbacher Golden Edge, this is not one that I necessarily need to give such a really important place on this holder, so I'm not going to. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take my Da Vinci's and I'm going to give them a higher place on this holder. So I guess for right now, since I'm confused and I'm frustrated and my stream has gone wrong, I think what I'll do is I'm just going to keep moving forward and I'm just going to keep organizing. That's actually one of the things I really enjoy doing is organizing things. I used to do that at Target. Okay, so this is a squirrel. I forget what they call this type of brush. A quill? I'm not sure. It's a Casaneo by Da Vinci. It's a 0. This is another expensive brush. I need to keep them. Mop brushes, I think that's what they call mop brush. This is a Raphael. This is a 3.0. This is another Da Vinci, a 00. This is my Series 7, Winsor & Newton. So getting back to what I was saying before about don't buy every brush, because it's you don't need every brush. That's what they're going to tell you. You do not need every brush. And it's just not necessary. Well, they're absolutely right. And not only is it not necessary to buy every brush, it's actually harmful. It's harmful to your creativity. How could it be harmful, you may think? I'm Tracy. How is that possible? How could it be harmful? By the way, these are wrapping paper rolls. They were the correct diameter for this holder that my husband had gotten me from a garage sale that I loved. And I was just able to fit that in so it could hold all my brushes. DIY at my heart. Okay, anywho, so how can buying one of or more than you need be harmful to your creative progress? I'm going to explain how. We're just going to put, by the way, now that I've realized what these are Mop Brushes. This is a Raphael 2.0. I'm going to be putting them all here, all the Mop Brushes, and that will help me keep my head around that. Now, this is a rigger, and it's an effective rigger, but I don't use it very much. So I don't think I'm going to give it a place on there. That'll be on the shelf. So what having all these brushes has done is it's hampered my artistic growth. It's hampered my artistic flexibility, and it's made me so fixated on all these brushes that I'm not using them. I'm just looking at them, and that's why I believe that it hinders me when you buy so many, and that goes for paints too. Now these are very unique brushes. This is by a gentleman. His name is Tracy Lebenzon. I will just give him a French roll of my tongue. These brushes are very unique, and they are definitely not needed. But because I saw them, well, you know. These are brushes that are actually quite wonderful, and they do a lot of wonderful, unique things. spring, and they're handmade, and they're incredibly luxurious, really. And they're pretty to look at. That has a lot to do with our motivation, doesn't it? Aesthetics. In any event, I've got several of his brushes also. Here's another one. We're going to give them a really big place on this, because what good is it if you buy it if you don't use it, right? Am I right? You got to use it. You just got to use it. Okay, so here are the brushes that I had just gone over. Jolly Pola, I believe is her name. She's an artist on Skillshare, and also on Instagram is where I found her. And she recommended these to do these sunflowers that were just amazing. To use this unique brush here. I believe it's a stenciling brush. I had to actually go to a print company to find them, because they're hard to find. They come from Asia. So I have these, so I need to use those. Looks like I'm doing pretty good with my oval that I smashed. So again, silver black velvet, rave reviews for the silver black velvet brushes. I would concur that they're wonderful brushes. Would I have been okay if I just had black velvet brushes? 100%. Moving forward. So again, this is I'll be honest with you, I've never been impressed with Grumbacher. So yeah, it's going to go in the drawer. Okay, so these are really good brushes. These are Cheap Joe's. And he makes really good brushes at that place. He being the store. So, but I don't use them as much as I should. I'd like to organize these with kinds of brushes instead of makes of brushes. So I'm going off track here. So I wanted to do Filberts. Those are Filberts. All right, now we're getting somewhere. So now this is an oval, 3/4 inch oval black velvet. And I want it to heal because I smashed it. And I feel really bad about that. But that soap that I showed you is doing really well. It's getting the memory back. It's got good memory in this brush. And if you saw what it looked like before, you'll understand how bad it was. Wow, we're already coming up on 8 o'clock. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Oh, this is actually my primary mixing brush. This is the brush that I use to make my pans of paint so that I can do my painting. Gets a lot of damage, a lot of rough work to it. So I wanted to put my Hello Kitty tape around it so I'd know that this is the one that I beat the tar out of when I want to make a pot of paint. There you go with that one. Now what's this? This is a Simon Says stamp pen. I like little souvenirs like this, so I like to keep them inspiring me. So there's my Simon Says stamp pen. You get things like in your order when you order too many times. So yeah, that needs to go over here in the drawer. Okay, these are the pencils that I enjoy, other than mechanical pencils, and it's Dixon Ticonderoga. Can't say that fast or slow. So we like these pencils. These come recommended again. And I usually take all of my purchases come from recommendations by other artists. I find that that's really the only place that I should go to get recommendations. So anything you see that I recommend or I purchase, it's got to be recommended by an artist, because I wouldn't buy it if I didn't get a recommendation from an artist. So this is an Escoda number 12, and it is also a Filbert brush. So that's going in my Filbert cup, since I've got this new affection for the Filbert brush. And here's another number 2 HB pencil. I don't need 2 pencils, so I'm going to put that over there. You might wonder, what good is this doing for me? This is doing a lot for me, actually. It's helping me order my steps. It's helping me get my ideas lined up. This is a 14 Da Vinci Cosmo top. This is a very good brush. And I used this when I was taking a class with, oh my goodness, I can't think of her name. Bridget O'Connor. Thank you, Lord. Wow. Thank you. Bridget O'Connor is another wonderfully talented artist. She tends to do more paintings that are quite large, very significant pieces of work. And while I enjoy them and I envy her skills, I just don't work that big. So you're going to see a lot of big brushes that I have here that I don't usually use anymore. And this is a 16 Escoda round. Okay, here's another black velvet. Pretty much assure you that I have every black velvet. This is a round. So I think I'm going to take this flat out. I'm going to make this rounds. Okay, this is a Prismacolor woodless graphite. And this is also very useful when you're doing sketches for your watercolor paintings. So I've got that. It's going to stay here. And I said before that I have two toothbrushes for splattering. This one's kind of small. I think I like this one better, so I'm going to put that one over there. I'm going to add that to my holder. Okay, this is a Faber-Castell TK 9400. These are leads that actually are being held, gripped in there. This is real lead. I have to get refills for this. I already have plenty of them over there on the other side of the room. So this can stay because it has unique attributes. Okay, these are also wonderful brushes. This is the Princeton Aqua Elite. It's a round. It's a number 4. We're going to put that in the rounds. Okay, looks like we have a high precision drafting pencil made in Japan. Okay. Oh, it's a Tombow Mono. Not sharpened, so it can't be that great. So it's going over here for now until I need it. Okay, rigger. I feel like I'm going to need another spot on here because I'm going to need a spot for riggers. So I'm thinking I'm going to take these. Well, that can go down in tools because that's my mixing brush. And this is healing because I about smashed it. Can't really see it, can you? There it is. It's an oval, 3/4 inch oval. I smashed it, but it looks like that soap is helping it come back. So we're going to let that rest a little while over here. So this is a rigger. Riggers are going to dry like this. They're going to lose their shape and they're going to look all crazy. And you're going to look at this brush and you're going to be like, that has no point. It's worthless. Yes, it will. It has a point. You just have to wet it. This is a Winsor & Newton, I believe. Yeah, Winsor & Newton rigger, number 3. So we're going to use that cup down here for my riggers. Okay, here's another rigger. This is Miller's Golden Fleece, Golden Nylon Rigger by Cheap Joe's. Rigger. I actually need to practice making grass. I didn't realize how terrible I was at making grass until I tried to do it. You'd be amazed how much you have to practice things when you don't even know you need to do it. Okay, this is a Pigma Micron 005. I love these pens. They're waterproof. They're archival. And every artist needs them. I have many of them, but they need to stay. At least one of them needs to stay here so I can sign things. Okay, here's another one of, let me get his name. Okay, his name's not on this one. Lebenzon, Tracy Lebenzon. This is another one of his brushes. These are all handmade brushes. They are really quite fabulous, actually. They inspire me to create. And they've got exotic hairs, and all of the handles are bamboo from a specific area of the world. And I don't have the information for him out right now, but that by the next live stream, I hope to have them. I don't like that cup in there holding it, so let's go put it with them because that's pretty high value brush. And then we have Da Vinci Cosmotop number 8. Again, this was a brush that I had gotten while I was taking Bridget's class. I was subscribed to her internet community. This is a 22. Again, Bridget does art pieces that are really large, and I don't have the budget to purchase the size paper that it takes to effectively do the style of painting that she does. So it just isn't feasible for me to stay trying to do these huge projects because it's expensive. Watercolor paper is expensive. And if you don't get good watercolor paper, you're pretty much throwing your money away. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a Grayscale value finder. These are really interesting, actually. But you really need to look into values to understand what you need this to be. Because I used to look at my colors and I used to think, this is black and white. How is this going to help me with my colors? Really, what you're looking for is the depth in the pigment. At least that's how I understand it. It's depth, or it's depth. That's how I think of it. It's the amount of pigment. Whereas if you had a blue of value 2 and a blue of value 9, this value 2 would have less water in your blue to appear to be that dark than the value 9 would have almost washed out completely with water. So that's also a very helpful tool. That stays here. This is another huge brush I bought when I was studying under Birgit O'Connor. This is a number 30. This is a huge brush. I just don't work that big. But it's a good wash brush. It's just like I said, the paper's too expensive for me to be painting that big. Okay, this is a number 12, Winsor & Newton round. Okay, I'll put that over here in my rounds. Oh, we got another Filbert. This is an 18 Escoda. I was shocked to see how many Filberts I had. This is another Tracy Levenzano brush. It's quite lovely, actually. They're very unique. Unnecessary, completely unnecessary, but beautiful. Okay, this is EK Tools. This is also archival and waterproof. And EK Tools makes these pens, and they're exactly the same as Memento, something to keep in mind. Okay, we have another Mop brush. This is Le 0803 Raphael. This is a 30. Now, 30 means that this is a bigger brush than a 00. So you know that the numbers are very unique to these type of brushes. And then we have this here. It's also a Mop brush. This is a number 3. So let me see if I can take a moment to show you this. See if this is a 30. Let me see, what's my smallest one? I have a 0. This is big. Okay. 0. Okay. So here's a flat 0. And here is a 3. So now let's see if we can get that one, a little tiny one. Okay, so this is a 30. So this is a 3, and then down 1, down 1, down 1. So that's how they do their numbers. So that should tell you a little bit about mop brushes. This is my favorite type of electrical, no, of mechanical pencil. But this is actually a 0.7 here. This is by Sakura, which is fine. This here is by Pentel, and this is a 0.5. Now that is my favorite lead size, 0.5. And you don't know what your favorite drawing lead is in millimeters until you try them all. Here's 0.9, and that is like basically to my writing style. And as heavy-handed as I am, that's basically like having a Crayola crayon in your hand when I was working. So goodbye, 0.9. So 0.5 is my absolute favorite lead to work with because I tend to be kind of heavy-handed. So that's going in here. 0.7, not much different. It's by Sakura. It's a very good high-quality mechanical pencil. Now we have another mechanical pencil. What do we have here? I actually really like these. These are Papermate clear points. It is a 0.5, so it'll stay. It comes with its own eraser, and you swirl it up, and I like it, and so that will stay, which means I've now got I've got 4 mechanical pencils. Do I need them all? No, but they are now all 0.5, so we will keep them. Okay, and now we're back to Aqua Elite by Princeton. It's a round and it's a number 2. So we're going to keep it in. How did I get 2 things of rounds? Oh dear. Oh dear. See how easily my brain messes up? It is frustrating. Okay, here's a rigger, and here's a round. Okay, we're back on track. So this is a number 4 round. I've got a lot of round brushes. This is number 2 round. This brush is by Creative Mark. I believe it's Jerry's Artorama brand, and it's a mimic. These were recommended by Lindsay. I can't think of her name, but she's the Frugal Crafter. These are very good brushes. I like them very much. They're very much worth your purchase. So this again is the number 12 round by Mimic. Now all these brushes do something different, which makes it really, really difficult not to buy them all, because no brush is the same. Not even of the same maker or shape. The rounds in the Winsor and Newton are going to be completely different than the Mimic and the Da Vinci's, and not to mention the Black Velvet. They all make a different stroke. I think that's where the complication is in buying different things. So today, what have we accomplished? We've accomplished that I did not know how to live stream, and now I do. We have accomplished organizing Tracy's tray of brushes on her island, her craft room island, and that's what we've accomplished today. So tomorrow, or my next live stream, we're going to do some of the other brushes because there's more. I've got quite a bit to do. I've got a lot of work to do, but at least now this is organized and I got to spend some time with you. So I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this. It's going to be uploaded. It's going to give me time to do the work that I wanted to do, both with my supplies and also on the internet on my YouTube channel. I need to do these things because it keeps me inspired and it keeps me moving forward in my creativity. And the one thing that I haven't lost from my multiple sclerosis is my artistic ability. Oh, 2 things. And driving. Oh, wait, 3 things. And talking. I have not lost my ability to speak. So that will be wonderful. Yes. Oh my gosh, you're there. Hi. Yes, different fibers also. Like these outrageously expensive brushes. This is actually a Wangi goat synthetic blend. And if you were to feel this, it feels like a kitten. It's amazing. Oh, this is goat synthetic blend. I've got one by Siberia over here. I think this is Siberian elk in this brush here. And it does something different also. You did almost miss me. I was about to go off because nobody was here. And I'm so sorry about that catastrophic wreck that I had before. Very disappointed in that, but what do you got? It's what you do. You just got to work with what you got. And you got to keep going. Don't quit. Just don't quit. Let's keep moving. Looks like my Black Velvet 3/4 inch oval will live to paint again another day. Look at that, how dark that is. Hold on, let me move this. I was just going to end my live stream because it's getting late and I'm sure you have lots of this stuff to do. This will be, of course, available when I'm done and done for the evening, that is. This here is only the top drawer of the brushes that I need to go through. And we have a lot to do. And I'm going to do that in my next live stream. Acoustic painting. Oh my goodness. Do you know how exciting that is? I never understood that type of painting. That would be awesome. Do you ever show any videos about that, Patty? Caustic. Oh, was it kind of like a waxy type of a dragging type of like the grooved tools to make patterns and textures in? Wow, I've heard about that. Do you have to melt that stuff? I don't know. Okay, so I haven't done acoustic painting. I haven't done oil painting. And um, I've never done ceramics. I'm sure there's other crafts that I've not done, but it's pretty hard to find crafts I haven't done before. So I have a pile of texture tools. Oh, okay, so that's what it is, huh? Yes. Okay. I don't do videos. Girlfriend, why? You got to get into this craziness with me. You haven't lived unless you've died on live social media. Ah, hot beeswax. Okay. With Demar resin. Okay. And pigment. So yes, you melt it. Interesting. Okay. That'd be something interesting that you don't want to tell me to do because I can't do anything else. Oh, my craft room is going to explode and my husband's head's going to go along with it. So I can't do any more crafts. I've got to focus on one and get really, really good at it so I can start selling some of my paintings and start contributing to my household. And yeah, so I could buy more brushes and paint. Isn't that why we always do what we do? You're a blessing to me. Thank you so much for being here, Patty. I'm grateful for you. You made me feel so much less afraid and so much less alone right now because I just spent the last hour talking to myself and wow. I think that might be a certifiable index in the book of mental illnesses and conditions. Okay. Well, I guess that's it for tonight. Thanks again for being here. I'm grateful that you're watching this if you do after my live stream. Uh, it's going to be up and I had fun. I love organizing things. And this to me, some people might think gold is is treasure, but to me it's my art supplies. My art supplies are my jewels. I don't have much jewelry on my hands and if you're an artist and you have a manicure, you're not doing your art. So if you see my nails, they're a mess. Plus I have horses and donkey and blah blah blah. So thank you so much for being here, Patty, and I hope to catch you tomorrow, and I'll see you soon, and just God bless you all, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll be sharing more content as we go. Check out my video today, too. There's a wonderful donkey in there. She's my little singer. She's got quite the voice. I'll see you all later. Take care. Bye-bye.